at least once at night.
About every 30 minutes.
Oh, every 30. Now, okay, no, that's significant. Now, what do you? What?
Some of us actually went to sleep.
Oh, what was it?
It's usually a major interruption about every half hour.
What do you think? Or were you consciously aware of what woke you up when it happened?
Sometimes, yeah. We had a couple people come up, and that happened a couple times. We didn't all come in here at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Some people snored more than others.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something to know. Okay.
Cattails up your nose. That way.
Oh,
Spiders
okay.
on your face.
Okay.
Grass
All right.
falling through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, dirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you felt rested in the morning?
I did.
Yeah.
I felt great.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get up. I was actually so comfy. I was just like,
Yeah,
I
we
could just
laid
keep
here
laying here and just talking.
Okay.
We got up because they blew that horn. Missed breakfast at all. None of
You
us
did?
wanted to eat. We were so happy.
Oh.
But we did think we should come to announcements just because it's part of our responsibility. I guess.
And I was up earlier, but like I mean, we were in bed early, so I figured I might as well get up early too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
I
I was
did.
just
Go to
getting
bed
stiff,
early.
and you know what I mean?
Oh,
Just
yeah,
from- yeah. So
And then one fine sister, she got up early just to go see the sunrise. She watched the sun go down because it's beautiful to her. Because she's in an she's from a part of the east where you don't get to see that very often. And then she watched it come up too. So she was missing. And she came back late from watching the sunset.
Yeah.
Because she's so much into just seeing this place and being
Yeah.
here. So she was a person that made me feel excited about this whole event just because how happy she was to do it.
Yeah.
And so's this woman over here, but I guess she's your next interview.
Yeah. Okay. So one last question here is, is there something that, like, when you were in the middle of the night, that came up, like, that you'd wished you had? What's probably the most significant?
An Arctic sleeping.
If it was one thing.
A hat that would stay on my head.
Okay.
Covering. I didn't have a cattail covering, and I really wished I had had one.
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't? What did you use? Just that?
I had like just a thermal top on, and then when I started getting really cold, David was nice enough to loan me his like wool shirt,
Okay.
and I kind of put that over me like a blanket, and
Yeah.
it was night and day.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
That just the wool shirt would
I
do
wish
that.
I'd have had a wool shirt.
Yeah.
He's so gentlemanly. He's freezing over here. Just keep me warm.
Also, for each of you, what do you think you would have wanted to have done differently what would you do differently next time if time wasn't an issue, like you had all day to work on it? What would you...
well, I don't know. This I haven't said before, but we probably didn't plan very much, and
Right.
I think like I was collecting wood for the frame, and then came back, and I don't have like a mat or anything, and we didn't really collaborate necessarily on that. Like we did on some parts, but not that.
Really well about whose job was
Yeah.
whose and what was.
I think we would have benefited from having one big long cattail.
Yeah.
Because then we could have snuggled up a little bit better.
Instead of
Yeah.
private cattail, but one big
Yeah.
blanket.
Yeah.
Across. Yeah.
It made it tricky to try and snuggle close to each other when you
Right.
had all the separate
Right.
blankets coming apart.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't take much of an air gap.
And
You know,
one
and
thing is when you have
you lose heat.
us two over here that got warm, but I wasn't. There was a gap between us. But we didn't want to move over because we were in our warm spot.
I didn't want
They
to
were in a
move
warm
over, yeah.
spot, but we both had our two cold sides that we were wishing there was either another body or we were closer.
Right.
So start out closer together.
Okay.
It was warm when we got in.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing though. It would have been
And-
a little bit warm because when we started out, I was on top of everything.
We were
I would have
sweating.
been-
Yeah.
Yeah. it would've been-
Oh.
I didn't have a beanie on or anything,
Yeah.
and then
It was hot last night.
Yeah.
Here.
But at least
Yeah.
we're not touching, but at least, just a little bit closer because
Or some unspoken.
Yeah.
A little practice would make us a bit better at that.
Yeah.
Finding that body and just moving into it.
Yeah.
I agree with her. That's what I think we should do is make a one blanket for everybody. And then I think we should tuck a bunch of extra dry grass down at our feet so that as the night gets colder, we can just drag it up on top of the blanket and make the loft a lot higher.
Ah, yeah.
That we could handle probably really cold weather if we had that going.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess I'm inspired. I'm sure everybody that sees this is going to be.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, you got a couple more. You got a